This conference will now be recorded.
So in today's session, we are going to discuss about the action support tag. How can we use this action support? We'll see practically today. So where we can use this action support tag, how to use it, what are the various of properties are available for this action support tag. Now let's see practically in this case. So previously, in the last session, we have discussed about the pick list control. How can we add the pick list control on your Visualforce page? We have discussed. In the pick list control, how can we add the values dynamically runtime through programming with the help of the select option class we have discussed. Now, so let me explain one small requirement. For example, I'm having a Visualforce page. So this is a Visualforce page which I have. My requirement is, I would like to populate, all the account record names inside a pick list control. I would like to have a pick list control by giving the name as select the account. I would like to populate the account record names inside my pick list control. I'm populating this pick list control. So this is the pick list control I would like to have inside my page, which will be populating all the account record names inside this. And I would like to have a button control. I would like to have a button control show. Show. I would like to have a button control with the name show. I would like to show a button control with the name show. So in this case, inside this particular pick list control, I want to populate all the account record names. Whatever the account record names are available, I want to show all the account record names inside this pick list control. Whatever the account records are available, all those account record names I would like to populate inside this pick list control whenever the page is getting loaded. So upon page is getting loaded, I want to populate all the account record names inside my pick list control. Now, suppose for example, I'm selecting one account record name. Like as for example, I'm selecting the account record name as some Edge Communications. Edge Communications. So whenever I'm selecting this account record name, Edge Communications, when I click on this show button, I want to populate the respective contact records here. I want to populate the respective contact records inside this separated list. I would like to have a separated table. Here I want to populate the related contacts. And I would like to have one more page block. Here I want to show the related opportunity records. I would like to have one more page block. Here I would like to show the related opportunity records. So I want to show that related records inside this. I want to populate the related contact records. and I want to populate the related opportunity records. And I want to populate the related case records. Related case records. So after selecting this one, I want to, when I click on the show button, I want to populate this one. Okay, I want to populate this respective contacts, opportunities, and the cases. That we can do. So, but in this case, what will happen? So now we are invoking this operation manually. When you are searching for these records, click on this button. Upon click on the button, if you want to perform the operation, then we have to write some business logic within the button click event, and then we can able to invoke this functionality. That possibility is there. Suppose for example, assume that I don't have this button. Control. I'm having simply the pick list. That's it. So whenever I'm changing the selection, whenever I'm selecting this account record name, that is Edge Communications, then immediately I want to display the related contacts, related opportunities, related cases. Suppose if I'm changing the different selection, like as if I'm selecting that account like as some, okay, United Oil and Gas Corporation, it has to display that related contacts and opportunities in the cases. But I don't have any button control. I'm not invoking manually. I'm making it automated. That means whenever I'm changing the selection of the pick list control value, automatically it has to do the actions. That means what? Unchanged. Whenever I'm changing the pick list values, whenever I'm changing the pick list value selection, it has to perform the operations. It has to display the related records inside this respective tables. Then how can we do that here? How to invoke the action whenever you are changing the pick list values? Whenever you are changing the pick list value selection, how can we invoke the actions? So at that time, generally pick list control is not having the capability. Pick list control is not having the capability in order to invoke the action by its own. Suppose when you click on the button control, I'm invoking some method. How? By using action property. In the button control, I'm using action equals to some method name. But in pick list control, we don't have any action property. There is no action property inside the pick list control. Then how can we do that? Now, so in this case, how can we do this one? For that one, as part of Ajax controls, Salesforce has given a functionality, a field tag called as action support. Okay, action support. So what is this action support? Now, this pick list control is not having the capability to invoke some actions. Now, I want to give that support. I want to give that additional ability. I want to give this additional capability to my pick list control that it can able to invoke some actions also based on some events. Based on some events, it can able to fire some actions also. It can invoke some actions also. It can invoke some methods also. For that reason, we are using the help of a tag called as action support. Action support tag is used to provide the additional ability to the pick list controls so that it can able to invoke some actions also. It can work some methods also. By default, pick list control is not having any action property, so it can't invoke that methods by its own. We need to give that ability to my pick list control with the help of this action support tag, which will be used to give some additional support to that pick list control that it can able to find some different actions upon needed based on some events. So in this case, how can we do that? Whenever I'm changing the pick list value selection, then I would like to perform this operation. I want to collect the related contacts, related opportunities, and the related cases. Then how can we implement? We'll see practically in this case. Now, let me show you with a practical example. So now as part of this action support tag, how to use that action support tag, I will show you practically. So first of all, let me show you how can we populate the account record names inside the pick list control. Then we will see that further process. What are the properties are available in this action support tag? How to use them? We'll see practically. Now, Let's see. So let me design this user interface. I'm creating a Visual First page. Apex, show related records page. So we don't have any page with this name. Now I would like to create a new Visual First page. So click on show related records page. Now, so click on the tab so that we can able to create a new Visual First page. I'm defining that page like this. I want to place a picklist control inside my Visual First page. Now, I'm giving the default properties. Setup equals to false. Sidebar equals to false. Show header equals to true. Tab style equals to, I would like to apply the customer object tab style. And then I'm indicating that section header. Title equals to pick list. Subtitle equals to related records. I want to show the related records. I'm defining the inside this form tag. I'm defining the page block. Title equals to account records block. Here I'm placing the page block section. For this page block section, I'm giving the title. Account records section. And then number of columns equals to 2. Collapsible equals to false. Collapsible equals to false. Here I'm placing a pick list control. Apex, select a list. I'm indicating the label. Label equals to select the account name, and the multi-select equals to false. Size equals to 1. Multi-select equals to false, and the size equals to 1. And along with that, I'm placing a button control also. Apex command button value equals to this is the pick list control. This is the button control. But I want to remove this button control also, because I don't want to use button controls. I want to use that action support. So that I'm removing this button control. Number of columns equals to 1. Collapsible equals to false. So I'm having a pick list control over here. This is the pick list control label, which is not having any elements inside this. Now I want to populate the elements over here. Now I want to populate the elements. How can we do that? Now let's see practically in this case. So first of all, I want to populate all the account record names inside this pick list control. I want to populate all the account record names. How can we do that? For that one, I'm preparing a controller class. Controller equals to show related records controller. Show related records controller. Now click on this. Now I'm defining a method or a constructor which is used to load, okay, which is used to load all the account record names inside my ptest control. So I'm preparing a constructor. Public show related records controller. I'm preparing a constructor. I'm collecting all the account record names. For each and every account records of ACC from, I'm going to be rewriting the select ID of the account, name from account, order by. I'm writing this SOQL query inside the for loop. You know how to write the SOQL query inside the for loop. You know that concept of it. So after that, what needs to be done? I'm collecting all the account records available inside my account object by arranging the account records based on the name, and then each and every account record I'm collecting over here, I'm storing inside the variable SCC variable. So now in this case here, I'm collecting each and every account record from the collection. That each and every account record I would like to add to my ptest control, okay, as an element. So for that reason, okay, so now here I'm going to be storing each and every record in the form of a select option. So I'm going to be creating a list collection, public list of select option list options. I'm making it as get and set. That means what? I'm going to be preparing a list collection which can able to hold a collection of, okay, elements which can be added to the ptest control. Now, so then how can we do that? Then how can we add this each and every record to my ptest control? Now, so now here I'm going to be creating the object of this list collection. list options equals to new list of select option. Now I would like to add the elements over here. How can we add the elements? Now let's see practically in this case. Now, so now whatever the collection that we have, for this collection I'm adding this one. List options dot add. I would like to add the element. What you would like to add? New select option. I'm going to be adding that new select option type. What is that value? ACC.id, ACC. So in this case, I'm going to be collecting each and every account record, that account record ID value and the name value I'm collecting over here. And then based on that, I'm preparing a select option. Now this select option I'm adding to my collection, so that this for loop will be keep on iterating till all the account records written by this SQL query, and then all the records will be converting into our select option type, and then these will be adding to my collection. Now, once all the elements are available inside this collection, now I would like to populate these elements inside my pick list control. Then how can we do that? Just you can go to that select list tag. There we can able to add the options. Apex select options. Select options, we can specify the value equals to, we can specify the collection name. This is the collection where exactly the elements are available. So whenever we are going to be adding the elements to the pick list control, multiple elements if you want to add in one shot, then we are going to be using the help of select options tag. So whenever the page is getting loaded, it is going to be invoking this constructor. It will collect the account records, adding those records into that collection in the form of select option type. Those elements I'm populating inside my pick list control, so that we can see all the account record names inside my pick list control. I want to add the default option as none. Then how can we specify? For that one here, I'm going to be adding this. Before that for loop, I'm adding this element. lst options dot add of new, I'm going to be indicating. I'm adding the empty. Now I'm adding the options. So first of all, I'm adding the none, and then I'm going to be adding the remaining options. So initially it is populating that none value, and then later we can able to see the remaining elements over here, whatever we have inside this. Now, next one. So once a pick list control is ready, then whenever I'm selecting this pick list control element here, for example, if I'm selecting some American banking corporation, immediately for this account, whatever the respective contacts and opportunities and the cases are available, I want to represent inside my separate page. Then how can we do that? Now let's see practically in this case. So for that reason, I would like to have the 3 page blocks separately. I'm creating 3 page blocks. Apex page block. I'm indicating the table. Related contacts. Related contacts. Next. Related opportunities. And related cases. Related cases. I'm defining 3 page blocks. So whenever I'm selecting this account record name, like as some about insurance, then for this account, whatever the related contacts are available, it has to show. Related opportunities, related cases, it has to display over. Now, so then how can we collect this information? Whenever if you want to get the related contacts or related opportunities or related cases, then first of all, we need that account record ID. Based on the account ID only, we can collect the related contacts. Based on the account ID only, we can collect the related opportunities. Based on the account record ID only, we can collect the related cases here. So whatever the account record that is selected, how can we collect this account record ID here? So that to collect this account record ID, to store this account record ID, I'm defining the variable. Okay, I'm defining the variable. Public string selected account ID. I'm defining a variable with a get and set. I'm defining the variable selected account ID. You can define it as a string, you can define it as an ID also, no problem. So whatever the account record ID variable, that means this is selected account ID variable. So now in this variable, I want to store the selected account record ID. Suppose if I'm selecting this account record about insurance, this account record ID I want to store inside my variable. Then how can we do that here? Just we can able to map this variable with your pick list control. In this pick list control, we have a property called as value property. Value property. That means whatever the element that are selected inside my pick list control, for that particular element, whatever the value is available, please store that value inside my variable. So whatever the account record name that have selected, that account records ID, that means for this account, whatever the ID is there, that ID will be storing inside this variable. Once ID is available, then we can able to pick up that respective opportunity records also, cases also, contacts also, very easy. So for that one here, once account record ID is available, then we can able to search for the related contacts and opportunities and the cases. How can we do that? Now let's see. I'm preparing that method. I'm preparing the method. Public void get related records. So how can we collect this information? So I'm verifying this. If selected account ID is not equals to null and selected account ID not equals to empty. If the selected account ID variable value is not equals to null and not equals to empty, then what we can do in this case? Then what needs to be done? So whatever the account record ID that is selected, if that account record ID variable is not empty and not null, then what we can do? Based on this account record ID, I need to make a SQL query to collect the related account, related contacts, related opportunities, and the related cases. I need to collect this related information and I need to populate those information with respect to page block tables in each and every page block. Then how to implement that, we'll see practically in this case. Now let's see practically in this case. How can we implement this functionality? So based on this account record ID, I would like to collect this information. So now here I'm collecting this information. I would like to write that SQL queries here. We can use relationship query also. We can use normal also. For example, I'm writing this query. Select ID of that account record, name of that account record. I'm collecting the related contacts information also. From account object where ID equals to selected account ID. Based on this account record ID, I'm collecting the related information. So now I'm collecting the account record ID and the name, and along with that, I'm going to be collecting that. Select ID of the contact, first name of the contact, last name, title, email, phone, fax, and the mailing city, mailing state, mailing country, from contacts. From contacts. Nothing but I want to collect all the related contacts. Along with that, I want to collect that all the opportunity records also. Select ID of the opportunity, name of the opportunity, stage name, amount value, close date, from opportunities. I want to collect all the cases. Select the ID of the case and the subject of the case, type of the case, origin, reason, status, priority, from cases. So by using a single SQL query, I am collecting all this information. With the help of a single SQL query, I am collecting all this information. So it will be returning the result in the form of account collection here. So it will be returning that list of list accounts equals to, we are going to be collecting that account records information along with the related contacts, the related opportunities, and the related cases by using subqueries over here. So once the records information is available, then how can we collect this information? I want to collect this information and I want to represent inside my page block table. For that one here, I'm defining these three collections over here. I'm defining these three collections. Public list of contacts, LST contacts, get inside. Public list of opportunity, LST of T, get inside. Public list of case, LST cases, get inside. I'm preparing three collections in order to store the related contacts information, opportunities information, the cases information. Contacts. Now I'm creating the objects of those collections here. LST contacts equals to new list of contacts. LST opt equals to new list of opportunities. LST cases equals to new list of cases. I'm creating the object of these three collections. I would like to store this information. Once the whole data is available inside this, then we can able to collect this information. LST contacts equals to LST accounts dot get of 0. That means the first collection, first subquery information will be storing inside this. Now, so but it is going to be returning the result in the form of collection, and we can able to store this. LST of T equals to LST accounts dot get of 1. That means all the opportunities. LST cases equals to LST accounts dot get of. So I'm going to be collecting these records over here. I'm collecting this information. So, but that already we know. So now whenever I'm using this get of 0, it will be returning the result in the form of list of a subject. So I need to convert over into list of contact. I need to convert this information into list of opportunity. I need to convert this into list of places. Let me check it out. So now we are going to be collecting this information. We are collecting the ID, and then it will be holding the information over here. Let's see. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3.
And welcome.
Sir, in subquery, why are we giving
object
as table name, sir?
Because whenever if you are going to be collecting this information, Okay, from the contact, for one account we can have multiple contacts also. For that one, here we are going to be giving the plural name of this format. Here opportunities also we are giving the plural name. Here also we are giving the plural name. Now, so let me collect this information here. Oh, this is the LST accounts, right? For each and every account record. For each and every account record, ACC from LST accounts. And then we have to specify LST contacts equals to ACC dot contacts. ACC dot opportunities. ACC dot cases. Let's see. So in this case, here observe this one. So now here I'm going to be collecting this account record ID. Whatever the account record that is selected, based on this account record, I'm collecting the account record ID. Based on that account record ID, I'm going to be collecting the respective contacts and the opportunities and the cases in one shot. So instead of writing 3 separate SQL queries, I'm writing this as subquery here. Inside this main query, where I'm collecting that account record information, along with this account, I'm collecting the related contacts, related opportunities, and the related cases information also. I'm collecting all this information over here, and then once the information is available, then I'm going to storing this information inside my respective collection, and from there I'm collecting all the contact records and I'm storing inside the contacts collection. Opportunity records I'm storing inside the opportunity collection. Cases information I'm storing in the cases collection. So I'm storing this whole information inside my respective collections. Now these collections data I want to represent inside my page block table. Then how can we represent? Now let's see practically inside this page block table. Now I'm preparing a page block table over here. I'm representing this data. Apex page block table. Apex page block table. Here I'm indicating this. Value equals to, we can specify that the contacts, LST contacts, and the var equals to 0. I'm indicating the columns. Column value equals to contact dot title. Apex column value equals to contact dot phone. Apex column value equals to contact dot fax. Apex column value equals to contact dot email. Apex column value equals to contact dot mailing city. Apex column value equals to contact dot mailing state. Apex column value equals to contact dot mailing country. And along with that, I want to show the contact record first name and the last name in the form of a hyperlink. Then how can we do that? I'm adding a column. I'm adding a column. Apex by column. And then I'm indicating that header value. Header value equals to contact name. And then we can specify the output link. Apex output link. And I would like to specify the contact records, the first name, and then I'm giving a space, contact record last name. I would like to redirect the user over here. Now, the value equals to slash contact record dot ID and the target equals to underscore blah. I'm populating that contact records information inside my page black table. Like the similar way, I want to prepare the page black table for the opportunities and the cases. Let's see how can we do that. Here I want to show the number of records written. LST contacts dot size. Now, so let me define the page black table again for the opportunities. I'm indicating LST opti dot size. Here I'm defining a page black table. Apex page black table. I'm indicating the value equals to LST opti and the var equals to OP. I'm indicating the columns. Apex column value equals to OP dot name. So instead of name, I would like to specify the stage name. Apex column value equals to OP dot amount. Apex column value equals to OP dot close date. And I want to show that name value in the hyperlink format so that I'm preparing a column. I'm preparing a column tag by Apex column. I'm indicating the header value. Header value equals to opportunity name. I want to represent Apex output limit. Here I want to show the opportunity name. I'm indicating the value. Value equals to slash OP dot ID. Target equals to underscore blank. I'm going to populating all the opportunity records inside my page black table. Now, like the similar way, we need to populate that case records. So all the cases information, LST cases dot size. I want to populate the cases information by using the page black table. Value equals to LST cases and the var equals to size. Apex value equals to cs dot VRET. Apex column value equals to cs dot status. Apex column value equals to cs dot type. Apex column value equals to cs dot reason. Apex column value equals to cs dot origin. Apex column value equals to cs dot subject. And I want to show the case number over here. Apex column by Apex column. I want to show the case number in the form of hyperlink. So I'm indicating the header value case number. Here I'm representing Apex output link. I want to show the case dot case number. Case number. And the value equals to, I'm indicating slash cs dot and the target equals to underscore blank. I'm indicating. So I'm invoking this method. Through the method, I'm collecting all the contacts, opportunities, and the cases. I'm populating into the respective page. This concept you know already. But now the thing is, whenever I'm changing the pick list value selection, how can we execute it? That is most important. Okay. Whenever I'm changing the selection, it has to execute that method. It has to display this request to me. How can we do this? So for that reason here, we are going to be using the help of a tag called as action support tag. Action support is a tag which is used to give the ability to the control to invoke that controller action methods. In order to give some additional ability to the pick list control or to any control so that they can able to invoke some methods. Because normally the pick list control is not having the property called as action property. Because to invoke the method, we need action property. In that action property, only we are indicating the method name which it has to be get invoked. But pick list control is not having that property. Then how can we invoke this? For that one, I want to give that additional ability to my pick list control by using that action support. So I'm giving some additional support to my pick list control so that it can able to find that actions also by its own based on some events. Then how can we do that? For this one here, we are going to write in the tag. Here, inside your pick list control. Inside your pick list control, we have to add the tag. So what is the tag you would like to add? We are going to be adding a tag as Apex action support. Action support. It is having few properties. First property is event. Event property. When you want to find this action on change. That means whenever the pick list value has been changed, whenever the pick list option has been changed, then please find this one. So we can use a property called as event property. In this event property, we can specify the event name, whether it is on change, whether it is on load, or whether it is on blur. We can specify that event. Now, so what is the method you want to execute? You can specify the action property. Here, where I'm writing inside the pick list, that means for this pick list control, I'm giving this additional support. What is the method you want to execute? Specify the method name. The method name is get related records. Now, once the record has been done, once the method has been executed, if you want to refresh any page blocks are not, then you can specify re-render. You can specify which blocks you would like to refresh. I want to refresh this 3 page blocks here. I'm indicating that. So now ID equals to a CON block, a contacts block. And for this one, I'm giving the IDs. ID equals to OP block. That means opportunities block. Third page block, I'm indicating. Okay. So ID equals to case block. Case block. So these are the 3 page blocks are there. I would like to refresh this page blocks. So for that one, we can specify. Inside this re-render property, we can able to integrate contact block, comma OP block, comma CS block. Okay, these are the 3 page blocks I would like to refresh over. So in this case, what happened? Whenever we are changing the pick list value selection, then please execute this. Okay, please execute this particular method, and then once the method has been getting executed, and then please refresh this particular page blocks. Don't refresh that whole entire page. Please refresh this page block. Now let's see in this case. Now I'm selecting this account record like Islamabad Insurance. Immediately it is collecting this one. So related contacts, 1 contact is there, 1 opportunity is there, 0 cases are there. We don't have any button controls, nothing to invoke. I'm selecting like Zetana Home Products. We have 1 contact, 1 opportunity, 0 cases. I'm having the American Banking Corporation. 1 account, sorry, 1 contact, 1 opportunity. And we are having the Burlington Textile Corporation of America. So 1 contact, 1 opportunity, 0 cases. So I'm selecting like as Edge Communications. case number field. Okay, I haven't queried the case number. Let me do that. Case number field I haven't queried. Yes. Now, so let me check it out. Now, so now I'm selecting this edge communications. Whenever I'm selecting that, it is populating all the related contacts, related cases. These are the cases are available for this account. For example, I'm selecting like as Burlington Textile Corporation of America. One contact, one opportunity is available. For example, I'm selecting like as Genie Point. For this one, we are having one contact, 3 opportunities, 2 cases are available. I'm selecting like as Express Logistics and Transport. For this one, 2 contacts, 3 opportunities, 3 cases are available. So that without having any button control, we can able to invoke. I'm selecting like as University of Arizona. So 3 contacts, 3 opportunities, 1 cases. Like that here, depends upon the changing the value selection, can able to fire some actions with the help of this action support. Like the similar way, okay, whenever if you want to implement, okay, whenever if you want to implement the field dependency between the picked fields through programming, we have to use action support only. If anybody asks the question how to implement the field dependency between the 2 fields through programming, then you can say action support. This is the concept of action support, which is used to give some additional ability to the picked control that it can able to find the actions by its own based on the picked values selection changes. Based on some certain events, we can able to, based on some events, we can able to invoke some actions so that we can able to populate the related records also inside the result first just without having any explicit button controls to invoke this action manually. Automatically we can do that. Okay. So this is a way we are using that action support. Okay. In the tomorrow's session, we'll see some more
How
features.
can we collect multiple IDs, sir?